Hey everybody, it's Edie and welcome to Dewberry Manor. If you don't know, if you haven't heard, we purchased a new home. It is our forever home and we have named it Dewberry Manor. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So in decorating Dewberry Manor and my witchy room, there were a couple of things that I wanted to pick up. Actually, I had a dream while we were still living in Sicily. I had a dream of a crystal grid. I've never dreamt of anything like that before. I don't tend to do crystal gridding. I've never done one before, but I had a dream about a crystal grid. And in the grid, there were long wands of selenite, there were pieces of citrine, there were pieces of carnelian, and then in the center was a large dome of a whitish clear stone of some sort. And I couldn't figure out what the stone was. To me, like, it was one of those glass paperweights. You know, like I couldn't find anything that looked like that. I couldn't find a piece of quartz that looked like that. It was round, it was polished, it was flat on the bottom and domed on the top. And I've been searching for about 2 years. Whenever I could. Like, there was no place in Sicily to look for anything like that, but every time we went anywhere else, like when we went to London, when we went to Ireland, on Amazon, I was searching for this centerpiece. It was basically in the dream. Actually, you know what? I drew it. Let me grab the journal and I'll show you what it looked like. Okay, so this is the image that I drew from my dream. Fuck, this book is so heavy. Of the crystal grid. And I haven't been able to find all of the pieces of this reddish, I don't know what stone this is. I think it's carnelian from my dream, but I haven't found a stone that looked like this in this stick form, this little wand form. So what I chose to do was use selenite instead. And I had a couple of pieces of selenite that I got in Ireland or London. I can't remember where I was when I got them, but I got some pieces of selenite. I think I was in London. And I had those, but I didn't have enough. And so since the dream, the image of this crystal grid and what I want it to look like has kind of evolved. And I want selenite, but I wanted more pieces of selenite. So in the dream, there was like four sticks of this carnelian or whatever it was, and I've decided that I want selenite, but I want like a full, I don't know, 9 or 12 or whatever I decide, wands of selenite. So I've been searching for pieces of selenite in all the witchy shops here. I couldn't find any. I found a couple, but they were really outrageously expensive, and I didn't see paying the price that they were asking for the pieces that they were asking it for. Because I know that crystals are not cheap. And I have no problem paying for the crystals, but I want to make sure that I'm getting my money's worth in the crystals that I purchase. So, and I couldn't find this smooth, rounded, you know, flat on the bottom, domed on the top centerpiece. So I've been searching all this time. I had the dream in March of 2016. It is now August of 2017, and I still haven't been able to find these pieces. So I went on Amazon and just typed in selenite just to see what would come up. And the first thing that popped up was this rounded, smooth, flat on the bottom, domed on the top chunk of selenite. And I was like, holy shit, mine. And so I added it to my cart. And then I was like, I wonder if I can find regular like selenite wands, the size that I needed, because I wanted the ones that were like 3 to 4 inches long. I wondered if I could find those on Amazon. So I searched for them and hell yes, I found some selenite. So, oh, I guess I should have said at the beginning, this is a haul video. Oh my God, I'm so out of practice. Holy shit. It's been so long since I recorded a video. I missed this though. I missed it. So I put in an order with Amazon and I got a few witchy goodies that I want to share with you today. And so yeah, this is a haul video. The first piece that I got was this piece of selenite. And you can see it's almost see-through. It's so crazy. Now, see how you can see me through there? And now I'm gone. And now I'm back. And now I'm gone. So yeah, I don't know if you can see you can even see the darkness of where my eye is because it's that see-through. Well, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but just trust me when I tell you it is. Like, I can see the ridges of my finger. Oh, there you go. See? See how see-through? I'm so excited. So I now have the centerpiece for my crystal grid. And the selenite wands that I ordered, I think it was like 10 selenite wands. And they're 3 to 4 inches long. And I'm not going to pull them all out, but I just want to pull a couple out. Some of them are really fat, thick chunks of selenite. Look how fat that is. That's so good. And then some of them are the more skinny, you know, what you're used to finding in the witchy shops. Most of them are fat though. Anyway, so I got the 10-piece set of selenite wands, and they came in this little black velvet bag, which was awesome. And there's selenite dust in here. There's some little tiny shards in here. So once I set up the grid, I'm actually going to dump the rest of this selenite powder and shards out and use that for something else. So I got the selenite orb and the selenite wands, and I think they both came from the same, I think they were both shipped from the same place, and it was Beverly Oaks. Beverly Oaks, I guess. So it came with a certificate of authenticity, which I liked. So the crystal grid should hopefully now start to come together. Now I got to find some citrine and some carnelian and a place to put the damn thing. While I'm talking about selenite, before I ordered all of this, I went shopping with my mother-in-law. She was visiting for a couple of months through the summer. And we went into not a witchy shop, but it was Far East Trading Company or something like that. And they have all kinds of really cool decorations. A lot of Buddha decorations, a lot of like wolf decorations and Native American things, and Indian, Hindu, like all kinds of different really cool, not religious, but in that vein, decorations. And they had this. It is a selenite wand. This is the biggest selenite wand I've ever had. And it's gorgeous. And my mother-in-law bought this for me. I was floored because if you watch the chicken foot video, then you know my mother-in-law is not witchy. She's okay with me being witchy, but she's not witchy. And so we were in this shop, and she just wanted to get me, just give me something, just to, you know, say thanks for letting me stay, and, you know, taking me around and do whatever. And I told her she didn't have to, but she told me to pick something out, so I picked this. So I have that big selenite wand. So my selenite collection is growing, and usually, like, I'm a quartz girl. Like, I love me some quartz. I love amethyst. I love carnelian. I don't stray to a whole lot of different stones. I have a handful of stones that I tend to work with, and selenite was one of them, but not huge on my radar. But recently, Vicky was up for a visit, and we went into this rock store, which we still need to record a video of. I think the next time she comes up, we're gonna get together and go to this rock shop and show you, because it's fucking amazing. So we were in this rock shop, and she found a piece of selenite that just sung to her. And so I've been getting more selenite as well. So the 10 selenite small wands, the selenite orb, and then the large selenite wand. My collection is growing. It's awesome. And then the last thing that I got, so I used to buy witchy books like crazy. I would buy every witchy book I saw, whether it was something I thought I would be interested in or not. Anytime I found a witchy book at the secondhand shop or at a thrift store or at the book exchange, I would buy it. Didn't matter what it was, didn't matter the subject matter or who wrote it, or it just didn't fucking matter. If it was a witchy book, it was mine, basically. And I had a huge collection of witchy books. I probably had, I don't know, maybe 100 books. And I know that's not a huge witchy collection compared to a lot of other people, but for me, that was a lot of damn books. And then when we got ready to move, I went through and weeded out everything, and I was just like, you know, I'm never gonna read most of these ever again, or some of them, you know, I bought it and then flipped through it and realized what it was, and I was like, yeah, nah, that's not for me. So some of them I would never read, some of them I had read and would not read again. So I kept my favorites, and I kept the ones that I constantly refer back to, and then I gave the rest away. Like I knew someone who was just learning, and I just gave her all of my books. And I stepped away from all the witchy books altogether for a long time. And I find a lot of stuff online, and I'm really developing my own voice, my own witchy voice, and my own practice. And I didn't want to be influenced by any books. So I really walked away from books. However, a couple of months ago, I saw this. It's called the Encyclopedia of Magical Ingredients. And the moment I saw this book, I was like, oh God, I need that book. Because I have discovered that I want to give my own meanings to pretty much everything. Like, fuck what a book tells me. I need to know what sage represents to me, and what vibrations I feel from it, and what energies it holds for me. Is it protective? Really? Is it? Do I think it's protective, or do I think it's better for money magic? You know, these are the kinds of questions that I started asking myself. And so for me, sage is cleansing, but I find Palo Santo to be more for the replacing. You know, like the sage cleanses and removes, but the Palo Santo kind of fills for me. So, you know, I'm just trying to find my own correlations for everything. But this book, I really liked this book because it lists everything. Shit that I wouldn't even think about on an everyday basis. It lists, and it's got, I'm just gonna pick one. Okay, so like here, apple. I have my own meaning for apple and my own correlation and representations for apple, but this book, so for example, I'll just read you what it says. Apple, ruler Venus, so it's ruled by Venus. It is a fruit, magical form, whole, seed, stem, and oil. Excuse me. So I use apple slices. I do use the apple seeds, but not very much. I wouldn't think to use the stem and apple oil. I need to know more about that. You know, like that's why I like this book. The forbidden fruit yields much power. Cut it in half horizontal to the stem to reveal the sacred witch's pentagram, which we all know about. When you cut an apple like that, you get the little pentagram there in the middle. Apples are a food of love. Offer a bite to a prospective lover. I love that. It's so cool. If he or she accepts, you will begin a love affair. Twist the stem of an apple while calling out the letters of the alphabet. The letter you call out as the stem breaks will be the first letter of the name of your true love. You know, it's silly little wives' tale magic, but it's still cool. Rub apple oil or fragrance on red candles to bring true love. Leave an offering of an apple under a tree for Venus and make a request for love. Red apples are for love, golden apples are for fame and popularity, and green apples are for prosperity. So see, it kind of gets you thinking about, oh yeah, it's not just apple, it's red apple, it's golden apple, it's green apple. So I really like that it's got that bit of information in there, but it's got everything, like colors. It's got the color brown, it's got Brussels sprouts. I would not use Brussels sprouts as a rule in my magic. It's got everything listed in here. It's got the only book that helps you personalize your spells with herbs, spices, flowers, vegetables, fruits, metals, and more. That's what it says. butterfly. It's got animals in here. Citronella, clove, cowslip, which I don't even know what that is. Cotton, hexagram, and it's alphabetical, which is really helpful because you can flip right to what you're looking for. There's no tabs or anything, but it's alphabetical. It's not that hard to figure out. It doesn't need anything like that. So, knot. So, just a knot. Type, a fastening created by looping and tying. And then it goes in to tell you how to use it, ideas for, different ways to use it. This is a really good book. It's got stones in here, ointments, and everything is done alphabetical. Look at this. Peach, pear, pearl, pennies, pennyroyal, pentagram. That's all on this 2 pages. And it's not a lot. It's not a heavy read, which is another reason that I like it, because it gives you enough to think about, but it doesn't tell you everything about said stone, herb, thing. It gives you something to think about and allows you to open yourself to other possible correspondences. Wahoo bark! Wahoo bark! I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. A hex breaker. Sprinkle some around a premise or carry to get rid of a curse. Mix it with sex ingredients sacred to Mars to bring fireworks into the bedroom. Ooh! Wahoo! Water. It's got everything in here. It's got the days of the week in here. Lots of fruits, lots of vegetables, all the colors. Seems to be all the trees. A lot of different plants. A zipper. Zipper. Ruler Mars, type metal, magical form, teeth. See? See? Shit like that I wouldn't think about. Quickly pull a zipper up and down 5 times to get energy moving in a situation. That's so smart. Use zippers to catch someone. Simply write his or her name on a piece of paper and catch the paper in a zipper. Leave it there until you see actual results. Dude, I fucking love this book. That shit is brilliant right there. That is brilliant. And then in the back there are magical tables. So you've got magical beauty table, magical communications table, a creativity table, an employment table. So it lists, it's a quick reference for like this one, magical employment table for finding jobs, protecting businesses, and drawing clients or business. And then it's like just a quick reference for those specific needs, which is handy because, sometimes I think to myself, okay, for that one, for example, I need a job. Where do I begin? Then you have to Google which herbs are good for finding a job. Which stones and crystals are good for finding a job? That takes a lot of fucking time and work. Right here in my handy dandy little book. Then I go flip, see what the book has to say, and then I find my own magical correspondences as well. Or I can just look at the list and it will spark something within me. Either yes or no, I agree with that. Yes, I agree with that. No, I don't agree with that. Or, ooh, yeah, that. And then you can mix this with that. And then that's how this works together. And oh, yeah. See, it's kind of gets your creative juices flowing, which is awesome. Let's see. What else is in the back of the book, if anything? Magical sex table. That's a whole nother video. Yeah. So it's just the tables and then the big bibliography in the back. And I think that's it. Acknowledgements. Yep. And then like a little page for notes. One little page for notes. So yeah, I'm really digging this book. And again, it's not something you're going to sit down and read from cover to cover. I mean, you totally could, but it's not a heavy read. This is a reference book. You go to this book when you need a specific reference or a specific answer or a specific idea. So loving that. And I think that's it for this haul video today, this witchy haul. I have other videos that I want to record and I'm gonna try and do at least one video a week, release one video a week, because I want to get back to a regular recording schedule. And I have a list. I still have a list of videos that I want to record. So remember, if you like what I do here, and if you're happy to see me back again, don't forget to hit the little subscribe button. That way you don't miss anything. And hit the bell so you get the notifications from YouTube letting you know that I've uploaded a video. Because Facebook is an asshat, and when I share my videos, Facebook doesn't let anybody see them. So fuck Facebook. Just get the news directly from YouTube. They'll let you know when I've uploaded a video. So yeah, make sure you hit the little bell. All the links for all the places that you can find me, like Facebook and Pinterest and all those places, are in the down bar below. And so you can connect with me in those places. I'd love to hear your comments. Do you have this book? And if so, how do you use it? What do you think about it? I just got it a couple of days ago, so I haven't really had time to use it yet. But I have flipped through it. I've started reading the front, you know, just the first few pages, what the book is about, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, and let me know what you think about my growing selenite collection. So yeah, leave a comment down below. I'm gonna try and start actually responding to my comments. I couldn't respond to comments for the longest time. Like while I was in Sicily, I just wasn't able to respond to comments. So leave a comment down below and I will actually try to respond. Because I want more interaction. I want to actually connect and interact with people. So that's it for today. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for today. So yeah, all the links are in the down bar below. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, you are fierce, you are fabulous, and you are fucking badass. So keep that shit up, and I'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye!